God, it's been forever. And I have my AirPods in today, and I feel like the audio when I use AirPods is not great. But anyway, so it's been a minute. It's been about a month since I posted an update. So I wanted to do that, if nothing, for nothing else, but just accountability purposes. So I'm still having bi-weekly check-ins, right, with my coach, so every 2 weeks. So that has not changed, and overall things are going pretty well. I'm dealing a little bit right now, dealing with, I guess, a little bit right now. Sorry, English is hard. Oh, by the way, today is Sunday, June 25th. So the last, I would say last month or so, I've been dealing, I don't know if it's like injury, if I want to call it that or not, but just some like shoulder issues that I actually think are rotator cuff issues. And so I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but like on my left shoulder, I had in 2018, I had my AC joint repaired, a bicep tendinosis, which is where they take your bicep tendon. I think it's the short head. I forget which head of the bicep tendon it is. It's either the long head or the short head. I forget. There's only two, but and they move it because like naturally your bicep tendon connects like into your pec muscles, into your chest, but they move it to the head of your humerus because mine had subluxed out of its natural position, and it was just like really undersized, and it was probably going to tear anyway. So when they went in there to do what was my AC repair and my rotator cuff, they also did that surgery as well. And then obviously I had my rotator cuff fixed. So my rotator cuff that was not torn, it was just stretched out. And so that got tightened up. And then my AC joint, they were able to kind of like shave that down, right? Because I had a bone spur at the end of my AC joint. And then my bicep tendon. But 2 years prior to that, on my right shoulder, I had a bicep tendinosis on that side as well. And this is one of those things with athletes, it's sort of a chicken and an egg thing. We don't know if my left shoulder was damaged first, and that's what caused my bicep tendon tear on my right side, or if the bicep tendon tear on the right side caused my left shoulder AC joint bicep tendon to be wrecked. So in the last almost a decade now, right, 7 years, I've had two, the bicep tendon surgery is pretty easy. But the rotator cuff surgery on my left side was not. It sucked ass. But anyway, so now I'm having some referred pain from what I think is from my rotator cuff on my right shoulder, on my right, like basically my anterior delt, which is like the front of your shoulder. And that started about a month ago. And so I saw the physical therapist, and it's just not getting better, and it's kind of pinchy and doesn't feel like a sore muscle. And initially I thought it was just an overuse injury, which it entirely could be, right? Like it entirely could just be that. It could just be really bad tendonitis. Um, but I made an appointment to see the surgeon who actually did my knee surgery. She also does shoulders. And so I just wanted her to take a quick look at it and, kind of wiggle my shoulder capsule around a little bit and see if she feels like it's loose or something. And if it is, we'll probably have to do some imaging and then make a plan for what comes next. Um, the last thing I want right now is rotator cuff surgery because it's hard. Yeah, it's a tough one, and it wouldn't happen until after the CrossFit Games, just because I wouldn't have enough time to like get off of medication and stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, so if I need anything done, it wouldn't happen until August or whatever. So anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there in case you see me on here in a couple of months crying about my rotator cuff surgery. So fingers crossed that maybe it's just like tendonitis and we can just treat it in other ways. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Like I forget when the last time I posted. I think it was the end of May, right? So I think my um, last weigh-in was on around 521. I just forget the exact date, but I did actually write some numbers down so I can reference back to them. So if we wanted to go all the way back till April, so on April 22nd, I was at 212. And then bump up to May 7th, I was 208.6. I feel like Amberlynn Reed when I say the points. On 521, so just a little bit over a month ago, I was 206.2. And then on 6/7, I was 204. And so I that was a tough week. Like that was like, or a tough couple of weeks. I just came off of Murph, like the Memorial Day and stuff, so I was having, I was just a little bit off, right? So I've been trending on like about average, like about 3 pounds every 2 weeks. And this was about 2.2 pounds. So I mean, not terrible, but definitely not what I, um, oh my God, it's thundering. Is that thunder or jets? I can't tell. Anyway, so we finally got rain in the Midwest. So I don't know if that's the thunder rolling in from the west, or if that's like they're practicing with the jets. Oh, nope, definitely jets. Okay, I can hear them coming. Sorry. Total distraction. Anyway, so 506.2 on the 21st of May. And then on the 6th, or I'm sorry, the 7th of June, I was 204. So again, just didn't, I mean, I don't know if was I off track? I don't know if I was really off track. Like I wasn't eating out of junk or anything, but I think just with like coming through Murph and then, it's barbecue season and stuff. So probably just eating a little bit more than I normally would, like a little bit more sodium. I have noticed lately that, I'm a little bit more sodium and carb sensitive, which I always kind of have been, but it definitely feels a little bit more predominant right now. And I think it's just part of it's just summertime, right? Just making sure I'm hydrating enough, as well, because my body tends to hold on to that water. But anyway, so 6'7", I was 204. I think I've said that 5 times now. And then on 6'18", I was 201.2. So pretty, I think pretty good progress, like about 11 pounds since in the last like 2 months. So I don't know, is that good? That's good, right? That's like 2 pounds a week, like two times. Well, no, that'd be like a pound and a half a week, I think, actually. Yeah, because 2 pounds in 2 months would be 16 pounds, right? And this is 11. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm on track. I am excited about like getting back into the 100s, right? Just for CrossFit purposes, but just being able to feel better, move better, have my clothes fit better. I'm still not following any specific diet, just being very mindful of prioritizing protein at every single meal. Not eating junk, but trying to be a little bit flexible. Like if I have like a birthday party, or like I said, like barbecues, like it was my nephew's birthday, and then, coming up on 4th of July and just whatever, but just still, socializing, like not deliberately avoiding social interactions because food might be involved and I'm uncomfortable, but I definitely feel pretty good about how all of that is going. And then um, yeah, so that's where we are. And then my next check-in is on the 7th, no, the 6th of July. So just like in like less than 2 weeks. So pretty excited about that. Hopeful that I'll be in the 190s. So this morning, I try not to weigh myself. I know that like Chikara Transformations talks a lot about like weighing yourself daily is totally fine if it's not triggering for you. I try not to, just because I do get a lot of fluctuations with training. But this morning on my own scale, I was 200.2 or 200.8. I forget. I did not write it down, but so definitely trending down over the last week, which is good. Trying to, hopefully lose in the next 2 weeks, like another, I mean, 3 pounds would be fantastic, but two and a half, right, would be good too. And I have not noticed any significant strength changes yet, but it's only, I think I've lost like 20, I think it's 25 pounds almost, or 28 pounds. I forget where I started. I think 25. Not significant issues with strength, but I do notice definitely, like by the end of the week, I am pretty fatigued. And that's just because like I'm being mindful, right, of like consumption. So I'm not, whatever, but I still feel like I'm eating, even though I'm not tracking, I do feel like I'm eating enough to sustain those workouts and also maintain my strength. And then, a lot of the weight that I am dropping is body fat, so that's a good indicator, right? It's like you don't want to eat too much of that muscle. So anyway, but that's where I'm at in my journey, and I'm hopeful. 180 is the goal. I mean, I would love to lose another 40 pounds. Like I would love to be at 160. I don't know if that's realistic, but 180 for sure. So I'm about 20 pounds away from that. So that's really exciting. Hoping to get that, hit that goal here in the next few months. But in other exciting news, Kitty, my 17-year-old tabby cat, is getting a little brother. And so we are bringing him home. It's just me here. There's no one else. Bringing him home on the 4th of July. So pretty excited about that. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and you're having a fantastic weekend or had a fantastic weekend. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Bye.